This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for May 30th, 2024. It's currently April 10th, 2024, 3:02 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $512.64. That's USD. And the shuffle video that we're playing for you in the lower left corner of the screen was created on March 10th, 2024 at 7:51 p.m. Eastern Time. The overall theme and behavior for the 30th, interesting. We have the low card of the 29th as the theme card of the 30th. It may be that we're revisiting lows here early in the day. It's possible, but it does look like we open higher. In any case, we do sideways rotation attempting to establish support and behavior around the highs high for the day. There's a crest that we sell off from down 2 and 3 support on a one-day chart scale or multi-day chart scale, and we do a U-shaped reversal below it, come back and reuse it as support. Behavior around the lowest low for the day. We have a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher, forming that low. And I'm advised to trade around a notable decline that offers opportunity to close shorts and open up longs. Should be a pretty big move to the upside in here too. I'm going to get into the best trades as well as timing the highest highs and lowest lows in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to make sure that everybody's aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward. And then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips. And that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. All right, so in the pre-market, we have an important range that's highlighted, probably the lower end of a range on a multi-day scale. It may be that we're revisiting lows here. It looks like we hit the bottom end of a range and then there's a notable move out of the bottom end of a range into a high at the open. We do like a prominent high on a multi-day scale there at the open where we break through key resistance, we stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through it shortly thereafter. An important support level highlighted in the first half hour, important on a one month chart scale minimum. And then it looks like we do another pop through resistance between 10 and 11 where we break through the resistance briefly, creating another high for the day, and then we stay above it briefly, break back down through it shortly thereafter with a full retracement. Looks like the high's probably there around 11 o'clock. And then we have another move to the upside into a key resistance midday around 12 to 1. Key resistance where we attempt to establish some sort of support there. A lot of price change off of that resistance to the downside, offering opportunity to open up I would say when we're attempting to, after declining from that resistance, when we're attempting to establish support with sideways rotation there in the same hour of 12 to 1, that's where you could close out of a short that you opened at that resistance, and that's where you would want to open up a long with the intent to close it at the same price level as that resistance when we revisit it very, very shortly. Notable move to the upside between 1 and 2 into some sort of fake out. We attempt to establish support. We attempt to establish support at a higher. Okay, so it looks like you exit out of the long position somewhere between 2 and the close. We'll kind of like, there's a fake out there, so be careful between 2 and 3 when attempting to establish support. But we have this important resistance highlighted in the last hour, which is probably the same resistance here. So we revisit the ace of swords, so you could close out of that long position for a day trade. Mixed behavior at the close, probably to the downside. And then bearish price swings turn into a notable move higher in the post-market. Sneak preview for the following day, a prominent peak on a multi-day scale, or at least a one-day scale. We'll have a sharp decline off of it tomorrow at some point. We'll get into that in more detail when we get into the reading for the 31st. That's SPY for the 30th of May. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. But most importantly, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see my angel investors on the next one.